week 22 of the $100,000 stock challenge. And man, I got a jam-packed video for you guys today. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Do me one favor. Let's help this video get at least 100 likes. And with that being said, I'm gonna stop yapping and dive straight into it, right? This week, we're gonna be talking about DCA, which means dollar cost averaging, right? Dollar cost averaging is basically an investing strategy where you constantly invest a fixed amount of money into a stock, ETF, or crypto, right? Before you start doing that, let me just talk about when you're dollar cost averaging, you only want to dollar cost average into stocks that you plan on holding for a long term, right? Long term, maybe 5 years, 10 years, etc., right? Those are the stocks that you want to dollar cost average in. You don't want to dollar cost average into stocks that you don't plan on holding at least, in my personal opinion, at least 3 years, right? My golden rules, I'm only dollar cost averaging stocks that I plan on holding at least 5 years or more, right? So if you don't plan on holding it that long, do not do it. You do not dollar cost average into versatile stocks. You do not, right? So prime example, right? I just want to dive into some stocks that you should dollar cost average into, right? And in my personal opinion, is a lot of ETFs and blue chip company stocks that you want to hold, right? The first one that I'm personally dollar cost averaging into is Charles Schwab, right? Ticker symbol SCHD, right? I currently have 16 positions, currently working towards my first 25 shares of it, right? But this is a nice ETF that eventually is going to take the scenic route. It's going to take the scenic route, but it's going to get to that $60, $70 range over time. And before I get there, I kind of want to have my dollar cost average at least $35 is my goal, and having 125 positions in this, right? I plan on my strategy for this is when I get income tax, a bonus, whatever, right? I'm going to pour a lot of money into this stock, right? Granted, I'm not going to dump it all in at one time. I got my bonus. I got my bonus from work, right? Now I'm going to, let's say my bonus is $2,000 and I want to invest $1,000 of that into this market, right? I'm going to month by month deposit $200 into this stock, $200 into that one, and eventually until I build up my position, right? Another one that I want to build out 125 positions of, right, is SoFi, ticker symbol SOWI, right? I currently have I currently have 25 positions, right? Speaking into existence, I messed up and said 125. It's going to get there, right? But with a dollar cost average right now of 1368, and it's currently sitting at 1485. Granted, on a regular sits at 15. You know, 3 months ago it was sitting at right around $9. And the high was 1803 was the highest, right? Like I said, I know for a fact this stock is going to hit $25 and eventually go to $30, right? So I kind of want to build out as many positions as I can. I know I'm gonna stop adding money to this one when it hits $20, right? And I'm just going to just keep my profits there. But my goal is to try to build out at least 50 positions of this one before it goes to that $20 range. In my personal opinion, is my goal, right? Another one that you should dollar cost averaging into, right, is Vanguard, right? Ticker symbol VOO, right? Is another one that you should dollar cost averaging into, right? The high was sitting at 551. It's currently sitting at 547. This is a great example, right? Let's say if you to start investing in Vanguard during COVID, right? And you start buying this at $303, right? And it's currently sitting at 547. Let's say your average cost was $400. You would have been buying consecutively into Vanguard. That is a great position to have on your money. You'll be up 92%. That is immaculate gains and returns on your money, right? So stocks like that, those are the ones that you definitely want to like DCA and, right, dollars cost average into it. And you may be thinking, man, why would I want a dollar cost average into stocks, right? Like, why? Like, what's the reason? Can I just buy these stocks regular, right? It's for people that don't know how to time the market, right? As a new investor, you're not gonna always know what trigger the market is. No one can time the market perfectly. People may get close, like Coach, you get close to timing the market, right? And he makes gains off it, right? But as a new investor, you may not be able to time the market as perfect, but you don't want to not invest into the market as well, right? So you want to dollar cost average into it. That's like the main reason, right? You don't want to guess, you don't want to gamble, but you do want to invest. So that's why you dollar cost average, right? And two, it builds discipline, right? It builds this, like, you know, no matter what, when I get my paycheck, I'm not just gonna go buy some Nikes. I'm not gonna go buy this new Teflon bag. I'm not gonna go get my hair done. I'm not gonna just go spend it all on yada, yada, yada. I'm not just gonna take my money and pay bills with it, right? Because when you just start doing things, you just get in a cycle, right? That never ends. But eventually you can't work forever, right? So you gotta make your money work for you. So if you can be disciplined and say no matter what, every week, 2 weeks, month, whatever, I'm depositing X amount into the stock market, right? And half of the money I deposit in there, so if I deposit $200 into the stock market, $100 is gonna go to my long-term stocks. Some is gonna go to my short and mid-term stocks. And I'm gonna get ahead, right? That's how you gotta do is build discipline by dollar cost averaging, right? And third reason, it kind of reduced the stress, right? Of meaning like, man, these options are not going right. I'm just losing money, right? But I'm still gaining money if I'm dollar cost averaging into long-term stocks that I know is going to hit the ceiling, right? And if you guys don't know what stocks to invest in for short, medium, and long term, check out my video where I kind of told you how to evaluate certain stocks and what to look for in stocks to invest in long term, short term, and medium term as well. With that being said, that's all I got for you guys for this video. Make sure to like button, hit that subscribe button. See you guys next week. Videos dropping every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Peace.